There is a hidden Capital One link that upgrades any Capital One credit card with no hard inquiry. This is a secret hack alert. Did you know you can upgrade your Capital One credit card without a hard inquiry? No ding to your credit score, no begging for approval, just a smart move and boom, you're holding a better card in your hand. So stick with me because I'm dropping the exact steps, the mistakes that kill your chances, and the hidden upgrade link that most people don't even know exists. Real quick, drop the word upgrade in the comments if you'd love to move a basic Capital One card to a premium one with no hard pull. Now let me tell you exactly why this is a huge deal and why it matters. Capital One is one of the top 5 lenders in America, along with Chase, Citibank, Discover, American Express, and of course, Capital One. Having them on your credit profile signals to banks that you're legit. Even after financial meltdowns, Capital One lets you come back. But if you move wrong, you'll be stuck in the same card for years. Now, I'm gonna give you 3 very important rules that you need to stick to and learn before you even move through this process. And I'm also going to show you exactly how to upgrade any Capital One credit card, so make sure that you lock in. Rule number 1, don't take their second card offer, because Capital One loves to tempt you with open another card, but don't. They're gonna send you emails, they're gonna send you letters in the mail, they're gonna actually send you a message in the app. Don't fall for that number 1 trap, because once you do, your first card stalls and won't upgrade. And it's also very important to understand that they also have a 4-card maximum rule, including store cards and authorized users. Now, if you got in before this 4-card maximum rule went into play, then you're already in, so it doesn't matter. But once you go past those 4-card maximums, it's a wrap. You're done. You can't get any more Capital One cards unless you close one. A great example, I had 3 cards, a Williams-Sonoma that got sold to Capital One, and suddenly I had 4 cards. I applied for a Venture X and I was immediately denied, and the reason they gave me was because I had reached my maximum amount of credit cards with Capital One. Now, rule number 2, build the right relationship. Capital One is subprime friendly, but strict with upgrades. If you carry a balance every month, they flag you as risky. The trick is 6 months of consecutive 0 balance reporting. Pay in full 2 days before your statement closing date and stop using the card for 7 days so it reports a 0 balance to Capital One. If you're fresh and brand new with Capital One and you carry a balance within those first 6 months and you go try to upgrade your card or ask for a credit limit increase, you're going to automatically be declined because you haven't built the right relationship. Remember, Capital One is one of the largest subprime lenders in the United States, so they're expecting you to default on them. So they don't want to see you carrying a balance. So anyone out there that's telling you, oh, you're stuck in a bucket, you got to figure out how to get out of the bucket, the bucket system doesn't exist. They just made this up, and these people are regurgitating the same information over and over and over again. I have helped thousands of my clients get out of crappy credit cards with this exact process with Capital One. Now, rule number 3, know the upgrade path. It's a ladder system at Capital One. You have a secured platinum, which is for rebuilding credit. The Platinum MasterCard is your first unsecured card. The Quicksilver family is cash back. And the Savor family is dining and Uber Eats up to 10% cash back. And the Venture family is all about travel with Venture X as the king. Now, the Venture X advantage is something that a lot of people don't talk about, because the Venture X is the crown jewel of Capital One with lounge access and luxury perks. Now, it can compete with American Express Platinum and the Chase Sapphire Reserve. If travel is your thing, this is the end game card. Now, let's break down how the upgrade link actually works. Rule number 1, do not call Capital One, because they will hit you with the hard pull if you call them over the phone. Instead, you want to use the secret upgrade link that I'm going to pin at the top of the comments and in the video description. You're going to log in and see if you're eligible for upgrades, select it, then get instant approval with no hard pull. Now, don't come into the comments saying, I got a hard pull, because I know that you're all cap, because there's no way possible, because we check this very frequently with a lot of our clients, and we know for a fact that it works and nobody's getting a hard inquiry. People in our community have gone from a platinum card all the way to a Quicksilver and then a Venture X. And after you try it, I want you to comment what card you upgraded to. And also, I want you to drop Cap 1 in the comments if you're going to test the link today. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using DisputeBeast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with a 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Luis. Luis's credit score went up 261 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. And Jency's credit score went up 225 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. But let's not forget James. James's credit score went up 207 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. DisputeBeast's link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. Now let's do a quick recap and wrap this up. Rule number 1, don't take the second card bait. Now if you did, keep that card active, but focus on one card, upgrade that one, and then move to the other one and run the same process. Number 2, report 0 balances for 6 to 8 months consecutively. Number 3, know the upgrade ladder because every single tier is different. And number 4, use the secret link for no hard inquiry. And remember, the upgrade link is pinned at the top of the comments and in the video description. Now, if you want me to cover charge-offs or collections next, comment below what you want because this community powers the channel. And listen, if you use the link and it says no upgrades available at this time, all you have to do is follow my process for the next 6 months and then come back and use the link again. And I'm willing to bet you money that you're going to qualify to upgrade that card to something else. Now, one last thing. Let's say, for instance, you don't want to take the card that they're going to offer you. There's nothing wrong with that. You do not have to take the offer if the credit card does not make sense for you. Because a Savor card may make sense for me, but you may say, I don't really dine out that much, so maybe I'll go after a Quicksilver. Or maybe you want to travel more, so you want to go after a Venture. Because remember, each one of these credit cards has a specific reason for it. So again, we have the cash back, we have the dining, and then we have the travel credit card. Last part's the most important. Now, what's very important to understand is, okay, so we say we don't accept the actual offer, right? What's next? You continue on the same path of building with the credit card that you have, using it and paying it off in full. Now, I don't mean go buy things that you don't need. Use it responsibly and pay it off every single month in full. Now, a lot of people do not know this, but you can make one payment every day. So if an item is going to post to your actual account, the moment it posts, you can pay it off. If it hasn't posted, you actually can't pay it off. And sometimes you'll wind up paying more and then they actually owe you a credit. That's happened to me a lot of times. So just remember, you can pay it off as you go once a day. The moment it posts, pay it off immediately. So you're not trying to play catch up by the end of the month, and only use it if you have the money in the bank to pay it off immediately. That should always be the course of action because we don't want to get into debt and we don't want to pay any interest fees. Don't fall for the trap of paying interest fees. It does not matter what anybody else out there says. Oh, you have to carry your balance. No, you don't have to carry balance. And Capital One is proof of that it's not necessary if you want to move up in the credit card world, because you don't want to be stuck with a $300 or $500 credit limit on your credit card. You want to use it responsibly, pay it off, and then move on to the next credit card. Now, if you have any collections or charge-offs or negative items that you need to delete from your credit reports, make sure to watch this video right here because it's going to show you how AI will do all the work for you, mail the letters, and it comes with a 110% money back guarantee. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.